Okay, so here are the first 4 terms of a number sequence, and we're asked to write down the next term of the number sequence. So before you can work out what the next number is, you need to have a little look at what's happening to the sequence. So have a little investigation of what is happening. How do you get from an 8 to a 14? So what do you add to get to 14? So that's going to be add 6. Remember, you can count on your fingers or grab your calculator if it's a calculator question. How do you get from 14 to 20? 20 take away 14 is also add 6, or 14 add 6 is 20. And carry it on, add 6 again. So we know to get from term to term, we're adding 6. So to get to the next one, we also need to add 6. So 26 add 6 is going to give us 32 as our next term. And that's it. Next number in the sequence is 32. So next question, explain how you find your answer. You could just write it in words. You add 6 to get the next term, and that's it. So just in words, you just need to write that out. Next question. It says the first 4 terms of a number sequence, write down the next term and explain how you found your answer. So same process, have a little look at what we know. How do you get from 2 to 5? You add 3. How do you get from 5 to 8? You add 3, and so on. So write down the next term. The next one, I need to follow the same method and add 3. It's 14. Explain how you found your answer. Just tell them that you add 3 to each term to get the next one. And then the final one, final question. A little bit more effort, a little bit more patience needed. First 5 terms are given, work out the 10th term. So the first one is 3, and to get from 3 to 8, you add on 5. Double check it works. 8 add 5 is 13, add 5 is 18, and add 5 is 23. So that definitely works then. So we've got to just be careful to make sure we get the 10th one. So this is number 1. Let me just change the colour. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Be patient. 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm just going to put in a little box below for number 10. So that's the one we're after, number 10. This is the most important one. So if it's only 10, it is worth being patient. I will talk about a second method for those of you who have done nth term. So if I have a look at it, I'm going to add 5, 23, add 5, 28. I'm going to add 5, and that's going to get me to 33. I'm going to add 5, it's going to get me to 38. I'm going to add 5, that's going to get me to 43. Final one, I need to add 5. I don't know why I put 4 there, that's 43. Add 5, and that's going to get me to 48. So the 10th term is number 48. So please do not bother listening to this if you know you've not heard of nth term. So if you want to do it through the nth term, if we know that the sequence is going up in 5s, we know it's the 5 times table. So that is called 5n. Now we know that this isn't the 5 times table. 5, 10, 15. It isn't the 5 times table because it's less than the 5 times table. So it's actually the 5 times table with 2 taken away from it, because the difference between 5 and 3 is 2, and it's 2 less than it. So if you are happy with this method, you could use this to quickly take a shortcut to get the 10th term. So the 10th term would be 5 lots of 10. Imagining it was the 5 times table, the 10th term would be 50. But we know the rule is to take off 2 from the 5 times table, so that would be 48. So if you fancy a challenge, go watch the nth term videos and then see if you can apply this to work out the 10th term. Now the good thing is about this particular method is if you're asked for the 100th term, then once you know the nth term, so 5n minus 2, you can use that for a 100th term. So that would be 5 lots of 100 for the 100th position. So that would be 500 if it was the 5 times table, but we know we have to take 2 off it to be 498. So if you're unsure about that, make sure you go and watch the nth term videos first.